The June midday heat in the coastal village. This city burns. He wants Hong to dry everything. The sound of the cicadas rumbling outside the banana garden. Owns brain. 45 years old. The sweat that's rolling down the temples. The age it drives out spring. But Own saw her body burning lately. They told me in the spring. Your husband is leaving the country. Who's been choking for 3 years? 3 years ago. You are around. Alone in this vast house. This house is the sweat and tears of both spouses. But now it's just a cage. Sun detains a woman's loneliness. At the age of 9. The night I lay on my pillow. Hear the lizard's tongue. I can hear the blood in my veins. I want some warmth. I want a squeeze. The smell of a man's sweat. Today the heat is on fire and ironically. My house's water pump suddenly snapped. You've been struggling all morning. Sweat-soaked grandmother BA thin silk sticky. It's glued to the bee's back. It shows that the curve is still wet. You are upset. There is no water, the heat is overwhelming. The feeling of thirst in Lan's throat. Out to the flesh. She called her 8 neighbors. 8 Do you know who can fix electricity? My pump is broken. Mrs. 8 is hiding out in the marinade and squinting her eyes. Offense. I thought there was Kang, the son of the 4 heads of the village. He's new in Saigon. He's very good at electricity and water. Heard in the city. He's a hard worker for a big company. Bored of going home. Let me call it Cho. I said, Mrs. 8, pull out the brick phone, dial the number. Just in time, yes. Thank you and come into the house. Pour a cup of thick water. Kang's sister Own muttered. I remember the old black boy. Or go shoot balls. It must be big now. About half an hour later. There was a motorcycle stop in front of the gate. Sister, are you home? The voice is loud and healthy. My sister ran out. Standing in front of you is a young man. Must be more than 8 meters. Dark skin because of the sun and wind but firm ball. He's wearing a gray BA Holcho t-shirt. Drenched in sweat to reveal biceps rolling. He's about 30 years old. Younger than your sister, an animal. This is Kong. I looked at Mrs. with a grin and white teeth. Hi, Mrs. 8 said your pump is broken. I suddenly felt my heart beat a beat. The young man's naked smile and eyes. To confuse you. She looked quickly at the back of the garden. It's after summer. Come in and help me. It's too hot, there's no water to wash. Please let me. Construction of the car. Carrying a heavy tool bag straight into the house. Without any hesitation. The smell of men's sweat mixed with the smell of the sun. Straight up her nose. It's a very real smell. Very different people. The smell of your husband's water. Every time in the country they return. Kang went straight to the skylight behind the house. Where the old pump is. He bent down. The shirt had a clean hole, revealing a bulky bare back. Sweat plate. Mrs. Owen stood nestled behind the kitchen door, heart pounding. You're mad at yourself. He is worth your brother's age. But the eyes. You can't leave your bare back. I struggled for a while. The wrenches ticking in, he looked up. Sweaty forehead. Dear, please give me a drink. Wait for me. She hurried into the kitchen, her hands trembling. I poured a full glass of water. Carefully remove the stones. Give me a glass of water. Your finger accidentally touched the rough hand. It's his heat. There's a numb current running down the spine. I'm in a hurry, my hands are burning. I didn't notice. He wiped out a glass of water. His throat moves up and down rhythmically. He finished his drink with a loud and refreshing sound. Your water is cool. He laughed. Red-faced sister turned away. Is it broken? It's not too heavy. It's probably stuck. This machine is too old. The wires are also worn out. You use this? It's dangerous. It burns. Kang said that he used pliers to pluck the wire case. His movements are definitely strong. He works focused. The sweat started again. It flows from the back of the neck to the back. There was a woman standing there not knowing whether to enter or stay. The space after summer is narrow and tunneling. Just you and him. The smell of men's sweat. Smell of machinery grease. Mixed with the steaming heat of summer. It creates a thick atmosphere. Asphyxiation to difficulty breathing. This has to be removed. My voice is still loud. But really, I should change it. This one's trying to consume electricity without safety. You don't have time to let your husband go. Everything in the house is falling apart. She closed her mouth and sounded a little sad. Weak. Stop your hands looking up at me. This time he looked me straight in the eye. His eyes are no longer the same as before. It's something a little bit deeper, like probing. Has your husband been away for a long time? It's also been 3 years since I was a kid. BA5 Kang repeat vocal stretching. Do you do it all alone? That's good. He bent down to work again. But his question was like a stone thrown into the lake. Your silence. 3 years of solitude. I've been trying to suppress lack for so long. Suddenly rising up. I see my eyes are hot. To disassemble the RA pump. Black oil on his hands. He struggled for almost an hour. On does not come into the house anymore. I stood by the kitchen door quietly watching him. I feel like I'm watching a silent movie. The main character is this tough electrician. That's it, Kang stood up and breathed. He turned on the breaker. The pump screeched for a while and then ran smoothly. The sound of the water rushing into the shallow tank. The sound of the water now listening to SAO happy. As a relief. She smiled a really lucky smile. Thank you. If you don't come, I don't know how. It's nothing. It's my job. Kang started packing his stuff. He washed his hands in a hurry at a nearby tap. Water tangled up toned arms. To bring up the blue veins. He shook his hand and looked up at me. The power line in the house. Do you want me to check it too? I see this old pump. Even the wires in the house are rotten. This season is very hot and uses a lot of air conditioning. Easy to jump Aptomat that is most afraid of fire. Kang's suggestion made On stop. Indoor electrical test. That means he'll have to go around the rooms. That this house outside the living room. The kitchen only has your bedroom. Your sister hesitated if she needed you. You see it's normal. He made a serious face. You can't be kidding. I'm a firefly. Let me see the bridge for you. Be more careful. He spoke firmly as if it were his responsibility. Don't give me a chance to refuse. Sister On nodded yes. Then you can see the overall bridge for me. It's in your bedroom. I said the last sound in my throat. Your heart led me in. Handbag of tools. Go ahead and follow after On. I could hear the sound of my heart beating. Your bedroom. You are alone this year. Where so many secrets are hidden. There's a strange man coming in. The room door cracked open. The afternoon wind came in. Blow the thin chiffon curtain fluttering. On's bedroom is located in Dan Inn. There is a large window overlooking the garden. It's much cooler outside. The cooling is not from the fan. It's the cool of a thick-walled house. Of the shadow of the tree. But for you right now. The air in the room was thick. It's worse than the heat outside. Calmly walked in. His honeycomb slippers. Leaving a trail of moist water on the glossy tile. He rolled his eyes. The woman's room alone. Neat and tidy. But there's a quiet sadness. It's a very feminine smell. It's the smell of dried grapefruit in the closet. Mixed with the smell of chalk, the smell of fleshy flesh. It's different from the musty smell. The smell of sweat in the rooms. And he's still fixing electricity every day. I see my mother is hot. She points awkwardly to the corner of the room. Where there's a big wooden cabinet. The breaker, it's up there. Your lost voice doesn't sound like yours. This year, this is my personal territory. Where you take off your clothes where you lie awake every night. Now there's a young man. Tall, sweating, standing there. The big bed flowed out plum ripened. As well as being afraid to shrink. Take an hour to the closet. The old bridge is high above the ceiling. He had to tiptoe straight up to reach. He now stands with his back to her. The bare back soaked in sweat. Stick to the shirt, be a hole. Put it back in front of you. He reached out his arm muscles and his shoulder blades, and his arm rolled up. His old khaki pants came a little late to reveal the toned waist. Dare the sun. My sister is about a mile away. My heart wants to jump out of my chest. Heat from Kang Farah's body. I can clearly smell a man's sweat. It's salty and there's a little bit of sun. It's a very real, very vivid smell. It hits the sense of smell to invigorate our instinctive desires that I've been trying to bury for so long. I'm messing around with the breaker box lid stuck. He whispered, this is so old. He's back. Do you have a flashlight? It's dark in here. I can't see the snail. Did you take it? Own Mandarin runs back to the makeup table 6 drawers. Your hands are shaking. I found a small rechargeable flashlight. Here you are. Give it to him. But because of the closet right there, you have to stay close to Kang. Suddenly he turned around to get his flashlight. Solid arm. His hot flashes across your chest. A numb electric shock. My mother raised a small hour. Hurriedly back the man glued to the wall. I see my nipples getting numb. Even if it's just a quick glance. Kang didn't seem to notice, or he deliberately didn't notice. He just thanked me and turned on the flashlight. Back to the bridge. But Own can't calm down. I stand against the wall breathing hard. She put her hand on the chest where he had just touched her. Fire a spark that has just been kindled. It doesn't burn, it smolders, it's hot. I can open the breaker cap. He uses a screwdriver to squeeze and twist. This breaker is worn out. I'm tightening it up for you. You should change a new one. He said, his voice still echoing out from the corner. These electronics are used for a long time, they're aging. Be careful, it betrays you. His words of aging and treason. It makes you jump. You're also aging. Your body seems to want to betray you. Own while Kang works. His eyes accidentally. I saw the wedding photo on my desk. A dashing man. Wearing glasses that are smiling with you. Hello to your husband, he asked suddenly. Sister Own startled. Get out of your mind. Husband, sister. You look too good to be the boss. He goes to export labor in Japan. It's also hard. Mrs. Own answered the child. That's right, Japan is hard. You're home alone like this. The whole big house is hard. Kang's words like scratching the right place itchy hard. Everyone thinks you're happy upstairs. Husband sends money regularly. But who knows the woman's struggle? Alone at night hugging my pillow. The difficulty is not lack of money. It's a lack of people. Own found the bridge of her nose spicy. I'm used to it. You try to hold your breath. The gloves are closed off the breaker cap. It's okay. He turned and walked out into the middle of the room. He's not coming right away. He pointed to the power outlet near the dressing table, where Own used to use a hairdryer. Oh, my God, I see it cracked. The plastic case is also yellowed. It seems to be cool. She looked at his hand. You've plugged in a dryer these days, and it's burning. Oh my God, you can use your eyes. It's dangerous. Woman daughter. Hair wet ears plug into it jerky cho. Let me give you a new one. I brought a new drive. I said no waiting for you to agree. He went straight to put down his tool bag. He knelt 1 foot on the floor. Right next to a makeup table full of cosmetics. Your flower water. She stood there watching him do it. He removed the old hole. The wires inside are black. See, he looked up at her serious face. It's burning inside. Lucky that you see. This one's burning the whole house down, no kidding. Your sister is really scared. Why are you alone? be careful. If there is a problem at night, you can call someone. My sister, his AI is calling again. Dive deep into your heart. That's right, I didn't know who to call this year. Night the rat runs on the roof. It also startled me. Light bulb flame retardant faucet. I can only bite my teeth. Waiting for the morning to call the workers. The workers in this village. All the old men slowing down through mandarins. This is the first time a young man told me that. His voice was not reproach but worry. I found my throat dry and tied my mouth. I'm scared too. Sometimes the shower is black. I also have to take a shower in the dark. In the morning my voice trembled as if crying. Kang Kang, stop hand. He's on his knees looking at you. His eyes no longer looked naked. As if outside the gate. It's deep, it's warm, and it's kind of compassionate. He looked straight into your eyes. A look through as if reading through loneliness. The fear of the woman who is growing. She was confused by that look. Turn around and pretend to be looking out the window. I bent down and kept working. He replaced the plug very quickly. Professional movement. It's good, sister. Sister, plug dryer, plug phone charger, comfort. He stood up and washed his hands. He packed up his tools, his old leather bag squeaking. Okay, I'm done. You go home. My soul is now reborn. Yes, uncle, 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 uncle. He went to the living room with his tool bag. Own sister, go follow the mind is still be. I'm sorry, I wanted him to stay a little longer. There's air in the house. Since he arrived, it's been a little bit less. Go to your door and open your wallet. Kang exhaled her hand, laughing profusely. You're welcome. I replaced the snail plug. What money do you take? I gave you a glass of water before. I can't believe you did it all afternoon. Do not marry me angry. I looked at Mrs. The smile is still gritty but the eyes are mischievous. Or this is it. He scratched my chin. I didn't take the money. If you have time to cook, give me a meal. I just came home hungry for food. The rice is not flowing. A meal is a meal, that is not money. It's a date. Oh, do you mind? She tried to hide the nervousness. I don't mind. I'm just afraid to bother you, smiley. So my sisters exchanged phone numbers. What's wrong? The light broke. I called you. Yeah. I hurried to get my touch phone. I pressed him to read the number. I dialed Kang Electrician. I'm flashing for you. Here's my number, Kang said, put the phone in your pocket. Come back. It's so sunny. Yes, be careful. Kang started the old wave car and got up. He waved hello to me and flew away, leaving a cloud of dust behind the alley. She stood in front of the gate. Look at his shadow. The midday sun is no longer sultry. Or is it because your heart is hot? I closed the door to the house. The pump is running smoothly. Are you? The water is full. You go to the bedroom. He sat on the edge of the bed where he stood. Smell of sweat. The smell of engine oil is still there. I looked at the new plug he had just replaced. Standing on the old golden wall. You pick up the phone. Look at the strange number just saved, Kang Electrician. There was a smile on the lips of a 45-year-old woman. I know the broken pump is just the beginning. What's really broken is something inside of you. It's been waiting for this electrician for a long time. The water in the tank is full. A boom that automatically shuts off. The house sank back in. The eerie silence of summer noon. There is only the sound and the sound of her heartbeat. I went to the bathroom to turn on the shower. Cool water. Rushing down your hot body. BA this year. I've never seen the water make me feel happy to relieve so much. I was thirsty. I'm thirsty for something else. She stood in the shower for a long time until the water splashed on her face. Up the hair, down the ivory body is still. Nah nah man. I close my eyes. Image of the sweaty electrician mocking. Bulky bare backs. And the smell of a man comes back. Clearly one. You and the touch, accidentally or intentionally. It's like a match in a haystack. Your chest still feels numb. She raised her hand and touched the place. Smooth skin suddenly becomes unusually sensitive. Sister, you're crazy. Oh, you're yelling at yourself. Your husband is struggling there. Send every penny to your mother. I was at home thinking of a young man. Worthy of my brother's age. I'm sorry that thought made me shiver. I quickly turned off the water and wrapped the towel and walked out. But that feeling of guilt quickly gets lonely. And the emptiness that covers. I looked around the bedroom. The new white plug is a trace. A proof of his presence. This room only smells of water this year. Your own smell. Now it's been compromised. It's infected with the smell of men. I opened the closet. It's all silk suits, rough blue. The color of a married woman. I suddenly hate them. I pulled out a red silk nightgown. The dress my husband bought before he left. I never dared to wear it. You put it on. The woman in the mirror is beautiful. White country. One round plump and the waist is still slender. The 45-year-old only scratched the corners of her eyes. Some faint crow's feet. But it gives you a salty, earthy look. She looked at herself in the mirror with a strange look. I'm still bored, she muttered. All afternoon, I was miserable. You clean the house. Wiping the glossy brick floor where he walked. I cleaned it so thoroughly that it seemed like I wanted to erase the traces. But the more you clean, the more I see the smell of sweat. Deeper into each grain of wood. Every dark brick came. After a quick meal alone. Mrs. Owen sat in front of the cool porch. Night in a quiet village. There's just the sound of fake insects. I hold the phone. The screen lit up Kang Electrician. I opened it and closed it countless times. What message do you want to send him now? Thank you for today. You're welcome. The plug is good. That sounds unkind. He told me he wanted food, I promised. Your inner teeth make you tired. One side is always moral. Of a married woman. On one side, the fire of instinct has just been kindled. It requires it to scream. How long has it been? I don't have a meal with that AI. Your husband is gone. My only son went to college in the South. Back once a year. You are in this house like a shadow. Take a deep breath. It's just a meal, thank you. I am a sister, I have nothing to fear. My hands are trembling and I press the key. Thank you very much today. Have you seen what was free this weekend? I cooked the meal as promised. Sisters eat together for fun. You click send. Your heart is pounding. You stare at the screen. Wait 5 minutes. 10 minutes, no response. Sister, your heart is down. Or is he just joking for fun? Or he thinks he's old. The pride of the forgotten woman. It makes you angry. I threw the phone on the table. Going to go to bed, chimpanzee. The sound of the incoming message. Short but makes you jump. My sister took the phone. I am free, sister. Can I come over tomorrow night? I have a job on the weekend. Sister, tomorrow night. It's so fast, tomorrow night. You haven't prepared anything yet. I felt a rush from him. But the rush makes me nervous. Okay, so you can come by tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Would you like something to eat? Let me know how you cook. I try to keep the calm voice of a sister. Your stomach is easy to eat. I eat whatever you cook. Only the best fish with sour soup. I've wanted that taste for a long time. You can cook it tomorrow. Thank you very much for sleeping early. I'm through tomorrow and the conversation is over. Mrs. Owen holding the phone is restless. He called me sister. Owen called me very polite. But the way he's dating tomorrow night. And the way he suggests food. It's been strangely intimate. As if they had known each other for a long time. I lost sleep all night. The sound of the water pump running smoothly under the well. But the pump in the cage. Your chest keeps beating. You roll back and forth. The smell of sweat. It's still hanging somewhere on the pillow. Or do you imagine? I feel hot. I turned on the biggest fan and still saw it. The spring fire, it's already lit. It's not smoldering anymore. The next morning. I woke up early. I went to the market today and made better choices every day. I bought the freshest grass carp. I bought some tomatoes along the way. I even bought some bananas for dessert. I walked past the flower line as often as I could. I've never bought a plug in my house. I find it extravagant and frivolous. But today I stopped. Buy a bunch of white lashes. When I got home, I was in no hurry to make food. I cleaned the living room. Sister mops wood furniture sets lim cho glossy. She placed the flower in the middle of the table. The house suddenly seemed to have more energy. Then you go to the bedroom, you're standing in front of the closet. I can't wear silk at home tonight. It looks messy. I can't wear a red dress. It doesn't look decent. She chose a blue linen suit. There is a small flower embroidery on the neck. A discreet suit, so it's the right kind of married woman. I don't know why to try. I deliberately pulled the collar down a little bit. To reveal her gaping chest grooves and white skin. I feel bad about myself. In the afternoon I started cooking. My sister cooks very well. But I haven't been interested in a long time. To cook for AI to eat. I put all my heart into it today. A fragrant fish smell mixed with lemongrass smell of chili. A pot of sour soup that smokes. I even made a plate of boiled meat. Sour shrimp sauce. And a plate of sautéed green garlic. A hearty meal. A wife's meal cooked for her husband. I served the rice out of the old pot. I ate two pairs of chopsticks. Look at the 8 next to each other. Suddenly my heart rises with an inexpressible emotion. It's been 3 years. This tray has only 8 chopsticks. It's getting dark. My sister went to the bathroom. She washed herself clean with jasmine-scented soap. You're wearing the blue linen you chose. I stand in front of the mirror. Use some lip balm. Makes the withered lips suddenly become puffy. She let her hair out, her thick black hair at her shoulders. I am 10 years old. Exactly 7 hours. The familiar clunky motorbike stop in front of the gate. Sister own. Kang's voice still boomed. My heart is falling out. Take a deep breath and try to calm down. And then run out and open the gate. Come in and prepare the rice, and Kang comes in. A cool wind from outside followed him. Bring the smell of June night. He's not the sweaty electrician anymore. Noon. He bathed his hair and combed it with moisture. He was wearing an old moss blue shirt. But flat and clean. The shirt. He couldn't cover his muscular physique. It's tensed in the biceps and shoulder blades. He no longer wears honeycomb slippers. It's a pair of sandals. He looks mature. Oddly decent and attractive. He had a net bag in his hand. Hi. I just went through this. I've got some fresh water in the garden. You eat grass? He said, his voice a little embarrassed. No longer as boisterous as my noon. I suddenly found my heart soft. This young man turns out to know what he's talking about. You smile. A bright smile to reveal white teeth. It's very hospitable. Come on in, I'm done cooking. Just waiting for you to pick up the bag. Your finger touched his rough hand again. It's still that hot feeling. But this time they didn't hold back. They kept it that way for a brief moment. Enough for a current to flow through. Take a deep breath. It smells so good, doesn't it? That's the smell you want. The smell of food. Mixed with the smell of masculine soap. Occasionally from the Kang. It creates a kind of family atmosphere. It's an air that I lost a long time ago. I see my eyes are hot. Yes, I cook as you wish. Wash your hands and eat cold. It's a loud voice. Then go straight to the faucet after the summer. Owen heard the water rushing. Hurry up and cook 2 to 8 hot rice. 2 people sat down to eat rice. Under the golden lights of the dining room, everything suddenly becomes strangely cozy and intimate. White chrysanthemum vase. In the morning, you're smiling. I invite you to raise 8 rice. Yes, you can eat a lot to see if it suits your taste. Mrs. Owen picked up a large piece of fish and put it in. 8 pieces of fish still smelling fragrant nose. Kang picked up pieces of devoured fish. He ate like a man who had been hungry for a long time. He eats well. Oh my God, it's so delicious. How many years have you been in the city? Eat all kinds of food. Not as good as your own fish. My sister, he just ate a compliment. His praise is not a lie. Owen found my heart as happy as Tet. How long has it been? You don't get to hear a compliment about the food you cook. Your husband before leaving. I've never praised you like that. You just eat naturally. The house has only 2 sisters. Don't be afraid. I laughed and picked up more food for him. I was afraid I wouldn't have asked you to cook. Smiling to reveal white teeth. Owen laughed. The smile made the faint wrinkles in the tail of her eyes dilate. You look young again. She opened 2 cans of Saigon beer. The one you bought is in the refrigerator. When there are guests at BA this year, have some, may I come? Owen drank with her can of beer cho cool. She pushed a can towards Kang. I looked at the beer and then at the beer. Your sister can drink too. What do you drink? I'm glad you got a can today. Thank you for the pump. 2 cans of beer clasped together and the sound of the touch was crisp. A little leaven into the air becomes more comfortable. Kang started telling his story. He told me why he left Saigon. Sister, it's so beautiful up there. I'm a hard worker. The monthly salary is 20 million, not less. But it's stifling. People live pretending that I'm not used to. I want the atmosphere of my village. I crave the vegetable pond, I crave the chicken crowing. Mrs. Owen listened attentively. This guy turns out it's not that simple. He has deep thoughts. What are you going to do here? Just going to fix the water. I want to open a small shop selling electricity. Who calls you what you do? I'm making money. Our village is now growing. Every house is repaired. I think I can live, sister. He took a long sip of beer. The pharynx moves up and down again. Owen unconsciously swallowed saliva. Yeah. So you have to settle down, you nod. Then suddenly Kang looked at me. Deep eyes under the yellow light. Sister, your house is this wide. You alone must be sad. My question is like a small knife. I feel the pain that you are hiding. Your heart tightened. She looked down at the 8 half-eaten rice. Your voice choked. Sad, you. It's a big house without people, it's cold. Your husband is always again. You said go back and you didn't. The boy has his life. You are like a shadow in the house. Sister, you tied your mouth and said, it's over. I don't understand either. Why is it easy? A little chat with a new guy. Maybe it's because he asked you this year. No one ever asked you that question. People just ask. My husband sent a lot of money. He didn't say anything, he just put down the beer. He reached across the tray. Pick up a piece of meat ba just boiled drenched with sour shrimp sauce. Put it in ate. I ate the cold food. For his actions, it's not pity. It's a sharing, a silent comforting. This time when he reached out. His little finger, deliberately lightly rubbed on the back of her hand Owen, is laying on the tray. A very light but clear stroke. You use yourself and you stand up. Kang is looking at you. He no longer grinned. His eyes were hot, naked and full of desire. The eyes of a man look at a woman. He looked straight into my eyes and looked down. Your lips are opening because of your surprise. She called out in a loud voice, you are beautiful. It is so beautiful that your family has been away for so long. Kang's words filled the air. Cicada sound. Out in the garden suddenly horrendous fornication. The heat from the Kang people threw the rice plate. Put it in your face. Sister, your face is red, and you see blood pouring into your brain. You're wasting your time. What are you talking about? You are in a hurry, eat and go home. No, but Kang is not confused. He still looks at me, his eyes burning. To be honest, he spoke in a loud voice. Women like you let men hold you. Not to be alone like this. I dare not look at him anymore. I got up in a hurry and packed up the 8 pieces. You clean. He stood up and was a head taller than you. He stood at the entrance to the kitchen. Let me eat the rice you cooked and I have to wash it. Men don't let you do these things. He said, and suddenly took the tray from my hand. You can't react in time. He carried his plate of rice straight into the small kitchen behind him. Own sister rushed to Theo. Knitting narrow kitchen just enough for 2 people to manage. The heat from the pot is still smoldering. Kang put the tray down and opened the faucet. He rolled up his shirt. To reveal that the arms are coiled and the veins are solid. He started washing 8. His movements were definitely strong. It's different from your husband's slang. Whenever I have to go to the kitchen. Mrs. Owen stood next to him, holding a dry towel awkwardly. Or let me paint you. Come on, I'm done with it. He just washed and said, but she didn't he go. You just stand there in that tight space. My back almost touched the brick wall. And he's standing right in front of you. It's just a sink away. His breath smells of beer and soap. The smell of masculine sweat begins to restrain RA. All wrapped up in you. I find it hard to breathe. Suddenly. A gecko fell off a wall. Right on your shoulder. She screamed 7 bars. I'm afraid of soft animals. Following an uncontrolled reflex. I close my eyes and jump forward. Put his face in Kang's chest to hide. Your body pressed against him. A chest as strong as a hot stone. I can feel every muscle tension under my shirt. His heart is pounding all of a sudden. Kang was also surprised. His hands are full of soap. But he also let go of 8 wands. By the reflex of his arms out. Holding on to your trembling back. He caught you. Two bodies are tightly connected. She could feel his hot breath. At the top of my head. The smell of men coming straight up your nose makes you dizzy. They stood there for a few seconds, like a century. The gecko's sound fluttered on the wall and disappeared. The water in the sink is still rustling. But she did not let go. And Kang didn't let go. He lowered his head slightly. His lips reached to your sensitive ears. He whispered in a hoarse voice his hot breath. No, there you are. Kang's hot breath flowed into the rim of Thai sister Own. His hoarse voice is not bad. There you are. Is it like warm water? It's like a fire. Directly into the withered heart of Own. 3 years, every time it rains. Whenever I'm afraid, I'm alone. I hugged myself and comforted myself. No one ever told you that. The defensive wall bears the name of a married woman. That you've been building for 3 years. Suddenly collapsed. It melts and boils like lime in the rain. The fear of the gecko disappears. Instead, there's another shiver. A shiver from the depths of instinct. You didn't push him out. I also forgot that. I'm burying my face in a young man's chest. It's worth your age. I just know that this chest is solid and warm. These arms are tight with power. This is the warmth of the man I craved so badly. Brother Kang. I can also feel the woman's resignation. In his hands. Her body is soft and shivering and hot. The smell of jasmine from your hair. The smell of women's flesh went straight up his nose. Agitation. He's not a dumb guy. He lived in Saigon long enough to understand the woman's gaze in the afternoon. I know the meaning of dinner tonight. And he's a 30-year-old guy who's burning alive. They also have their own desires. His hands were still covered in soap, and he moved softly. He didn't relax, he tightened. He squeezed Owen's slim waist. He pulled me closer to him. She let out a small sound in her throat. A moan that's both painful and happy. She raised her face slightly. In the tight space of Rand's kitchen. Under the golden light. 2 pairs of eyes touching. The distance is too close. I can see every hair that's been shaved. It's left on his chin. He can see the confusion. Yearning and inviting in your wet eyes. Time seems to stop. The water in the sink is still rustling. The insects in the garden are still rustling. But it's all drowned out by the heartbeat. The heartbeats of both strong. As against the battle. Slowly bend down. Owen knows what's going to happen. Part of reason screams not pushing it out. You're married. But her sister's body is paralyzed and she's waiting. And then his lips touched mine. This is not a kiss. It was a deep, hungry kiss. As if he had been waiting for this moment. Ever since he saw you standing around. With the pump. Noon. His lips are rough. Hot and has the taste of Saigon still lingering. He kissed you passionately possessive. The skillful tongue of the man who had discovered. Stir. Owen is stunned. Your mind spinning, your breath is stolen. Weak resistance. Finally in your mind is extinguished. I feel like I'm falling into an abyss. A hot and enchanting abyss. Your body betrayed you. Instead of pushing him out. Again unconsciously round up clinging to the broad shoulder blade. His firm. Then you squeeze. You answered his kiss. In a clumsy way. A woman who has not been loved for a long time. But it's also instinctive. The fire of spring is burning. It's no longer a small fire, it's a wildfire. It burns away all the sins, all the morality. The kitchen became too crowded. It's too stuffy for 2 people on fire. She closed her lips, but only for a moment. He looked at her with red eyes. His breath is in your face. His sister could only utter an hour. Then a warning, he bent down. A hand through your crotch. His hands still hold his back. He picked you up. Sister Owen startled exclaimed. Your body is suddenly light. I panicked. By reflex, both hands clasped to his neck. Your face is buried deep in his neck. The smell of masculine sweat mixed with the smell of soap. Straight to all the senses. I feel small, weak, and protected. He didn't say anything, so he walked out of the kitchen. He walked strong and steady. He didn't go to the living room. He went straight to my bedroom. In his bedroom at noon he could only peek. The bedroom has a plum-colored GA brush bed. The door to the room was just half closed. He gently pushed the brick door with his shoulder. Dark room OM. There's just a little moonlight flashing in from the window. Shining on the bed. The smell of white chrysanthemum in the living room. Flying at this time adds another smell. The smell of desire. He walked over and gently laid her down on the bed. Soft mattress sinking under the weight of 2 people. The bed screeched with a loud cry. In the quiet night. She lay there with her hair down. Blue linen suit skybar. I closed my eyes and could not look at him. I'm trembling with fear and trembling with desire. Kang is not in a hurry. He's got one hand on the mattress right next to your head. He looked down at her under the moon. This woman. You 45 but the skin is still white and plump. The neck is high. And her breasts are fluttering furiously under the linen. Beautiful, a salty ripe beauty that is full of temptation. He softly held out the electrician's rough hand over the hotel. Touch your cheek. My sister startled me. He whispered, his voice louder than ever. I'm sorry, but I can't take it anymore. His naked confession. Owen did not answer. I can't say a word. Your mind is dead, you just opened your eyes. In the dark I see his eyes burning. I didn't push him out, I didn't nod. I just slowly close my eyes. A hot tear rolling out from the corner of your eye. Flowing down into the sun. Wetting Kang's rough fingers. A tear of letting go. Tears of sin. And tears of relief. After 3 years of being alone. It's a permission. The wind in the garden suddenly blew. The thin chiffon curtain on the window was blown away. The Buddha. June night devours the house. Swallowing all the sounds. There was only a quick breath. The sound of linen being torn apart. And the moaning. Buried in the sound of insects hysterical. Outside the dead of night. At about 3 o'clock in the morning, the moon set. In a bedroom filled with the smell of sex. Sister Owen fall asleep. A strangely exhausting sleep. It was my first deep sleep in 3 years. Kang quietly sat up. His muscular body loomed in the dark. He didn't turn on the light. He looked at the woman sleeping next to him. Her hair is messy, her face is pink, her lips are a little swollen. You look peaceful. There's Kang's complicated gaze, there's satisfaction. There's a little regret and there's compassion. He bent down, picking up the crumpled moss-colored shirt on the floor. Get dressed quickly. He put his feet in sandals. Before he left, he stood by the bed. He pulled the thin blanket over the bare body. It's still shaking. Light in your sleep. Then he turned away quietly like a shadow. He opened the door and walked out. The door is closed. A few minutes later, the familiar clunky motorcycle sound outside the engine gate. The noise of the machine is getting smaller. And lost in the quiet village road. You're gone. In the bedroom. As soon as the sound of the motorbike was off, Owen opened her eyes. You don't sleep. I know everything. You lie there motionless. But the room returns to a cold emptiness. But no, it doesn't smell the same as before. Smell of sweat. The smell of man's flesh was everywhere. On GA bed. On my pillow and on my body. Mrs. Owen shrank, hugging the thin blanket he had just wrapped. I burst into tears. The cry is silent. It's just the hiccups breaking down. I don't know if I'm crying for sin or for joy. What just happened like this? It's not quite bright. Light gray for weak wiping through the chiffon curtain slot. Shining into the bedroom. The gray one. The cold of the dawn. In stark contrast to the fervor. It was hot just a few hours ago. My sister is still lying in a thin blanket. Your cry is gone. There's only an intermittent hiccup left. She put the blanket up her nose and took a deep breath. His smell is salty sweat. The smell of man's flesh. Mixed with the characteristic smell of sex. It's all on the fabric. It goes straight to the sense of smell. I wake up every cell in my body. I feel pain. A smoldering pain from deep inside. It's not the pain. It's the pain of a dry land. Too long. Suddenly, there was a torrential rain. A pain that makes you feel alive. 3 years. 3 years you're like a sleeping machine cleaning up. Your body is like an abandoned house. The electrician came last night. Not only did he fix the pump, he fixed you. He turned on every rusted switch. Light up the dark corners I've forgotten. These 2 words of guilt are weighing down your chest. The image of the husband appeared. You are in Japan. Maybe I'm going to work right now. In some cold mechanical workshop. You send every penny back. I hope my wife is happy at home. What did you do like this? You betrayed me. In the bed of your husband and wife. But that feeling of guilt. Quickly suffer from another stream of emotions. Stronger than crush. It's the release of happiness. The feeling of being filled, of being hugged, of being comforted. The feeling of being a woman. A woman who is truly being desired. No, that young man. He's pounding him furiously, he's strong. He's like a hungry wild animal. He stole your control. Stealing the mind. And steal the integrity that you're trying to keep. But he also left. He left right after the end quietly like a thief. He didn't say a word. No dating no coaxing. He just gave you a blanket. What do these 6 actions mean? It's pity or it's contempt. Does he think you're an easy woman? He's so weak that he can't control himself. When I think about it, I feel overwhelmed. I feel humiliated. She threw out the blanket. I don't want to smell him anymore. You sit up. The body disintegrates. Her legs trembled and she stumbled down to bed. A GA bed plum ripe and crumpled. And there's a crimson streak on it. Your heart has been strangled by AI for a long time. It's been a long time. She hurriedly peeled off the bed GARA. And then I hurried into a corner of the closet. You have to fly Tang can't leave a trace. My sister walked into the bathroom. Turn on the light, the woman in the mirror appears. Hair ears tangled like a crow's nest. Puffy eyes from crying and from lack of sleep. Puffy red lips. And on the neck, on the chest, there's red and purple kiss marks. Evidence of traces of sin. Sister Own burst into tears. I put my hand up and tried to scratch it off. But they're kind of stamped on your flesh. You turn on the cold shower. I stand under the water so it goes straight to my face. Into people. I used soap to rub my body. She rubbed so hard that the red skin was burning. I want to wash. Wash away his smell. To wash away the feeling that he has sown in you. But the more you scrub, the smell seems to get deeper. The feeling of your arms clasped on a wild kiss. About the strong VA touch. It's not lost. It's etched into the subconscious. You can wash the flesh. But make SAO clear the mind. She sat on the cold shower floor hugging her knees. Crying out loud. What to do flying elephants? This is like a dream, a heat stroke. Then everything will be the same again. Or this is just the beginning. Sister, the sound of chicken crowing. The neighbor's house echoed. To tear apart your messed up thoughts. It's clear. She hurriedly turned off the water to dry herself. Hurry up and wear clothes at the gate. You have to go back to Own. A woman who is married goes to Japan. I walked out into the kitchen. 8 plates of dinner yesterday. Still soaked in the sink. The water's clouded, some flies start buzzing. The smell of fish last night has now turned into a fishy smell. The smell of leftover food. Slap you in the face. It was here last night that I fell into his arms. And now there's only one messy battlefield left. Sister Cassava sleeve starts washing 8. The sound of 8 VA discs together was dry. You scrub them as if you were trying to scrub yourself. Own sister, own sister. Granny 8 neighbors flashing outside the gate. My sister dropped all 8 water. God, what is this mother doing so loudly in the morning? 8 grunts outside the gate. Open the gate for me. Sister own tangerine. I quickly wiped my hands on my shirt. I want you to come out right away with your voice. He tried to calm down and opened the door. Mrs. Own 8 standing there holding a basket of sweet vegetables. She squinted at Own. Oh my God, why is your face so pale? I can't sleep or what happened to my husband on the phone. Not you. I am a little tired of your eyes 8. I am tired of seeing women suffer so alone. Mrs. 8 came in and whispered. He went to fix the pump yesterday. Good not good use. 2 words Kang makes her heart stop beating. I tried to make out a twisted smile. Very well, she fixed it. Yeah, that guy, he's resourceful. The building in the village called. Mrs. 8 looked around. Last night I saw the car he built at your gate. It's too late to come back. What did it take so long to fix? An accidental question. But it's like a hammer in Owen's head. I see my ears buzzing. This village is small. A fallen leaf cannot pass through the eyes of the world. Sister, you stutter. When you're done, check the power lines. The barb is so old that it should take a little longer. You're lying. For the first time in my life. You lied so shamelessly. That's it, Mrs. 8. That's good. Be careful with electricity. I'll give you some sweet vegetables to cook soup to cool your eyes. You look so stupid. Take care of your health and look at it. I thank you, grandmother. Sister Owen supporting vegetable basket tay trembling. Mrs. 8 left and Mrs. Owen stood in the middle of the yard. Basket of sweet vegetables on the hand is heavy. The sun soon began to shine. I went back into the house and put down the vegetables. I look at the phone on the table. Number 01 message 01 missed call. He's completely disappeared. He fixed it, he took the money, and he left. He sees you as a pastime. A woman U45 easy spring. The humiliation. A little anger and a little hopeless hope. I don't know how to hate him. Or you should hate yourself. Everything's messed up. 8 and the iron gate closed. The sound of plowing a dry one. It sounds like the prison door is closing. Mrs. Owen stood with her back to the gate with two thin legs. Mrs. 8 saw this village. It's not a village. It's a net. All eyes intertwined. Just waiting for some wild fish. If you shake one, the whole net will vibrate. And Sister Owen. The woman is still known as the exemplary decency. I just threw one too hard. The old woman came into the house. The large house is no longer a home. It's a stage. I see her eyes 8 everywhere. In a white chrysanthemum vase. In the cup warmer on the table. In a glossy brick background. I rushed into the bedroom and closed the door. You have to hide. All that day. I dare not step out of the gate. You are like a wounded animal. Huddled into the cave licking his wound. The wound of sin. Of shame and of fear. My biggest fear right now. It's not that your husband in Japan knows about it. He's too far away. My biggest fear is Kang. He's too close. He's in this village. He could show up at any time. He can walk through your door and he'll laugh. A naked toad smile. The smile of a man who fixed the pump. I'm also afraid he won't show up. The phone is lying dormant on the dressing table. Silenced in a cruel way. Take it up and open it. Nothing. The black screen is off. 5 minutes later I opened it. Still nothing. There's this crazy tearing going on in your mind. Half of you screamed, asshole. He took advantage of you. He sees you as an easy lustful woman. You must hate him. You have to delete his phone number. I went to the electrician. Your fingers trembling on the delete button. But half of you. The woman's been starving for 3 years. He whispered, wait, last night. You don't remember why. That kiss in your arms, you were alive. If only he didn't despise you. Even if he has feelings for you. Whether he is busy or afraid. My fingers are stuck, I can't erase them. She threw the phone on the bed and buried her face in the pillow. I curse myself, I feel dirty. I think of my husband. I tried to take your picture. To cover up Kang's image. But your image is so blurry. It's a flat, lifeless wedding photo. And he's hot meat. Is that salty sweat as the breath that comes into the ear? I remember thinking about my husband one time last night. I can't swallow my lunch. White rice. 8 You can also throw it out in the kitchen. The sound of motorbikes outside. Every time a car goes by. Owen's heart screeched again. I hold my breath and listen. The car slowed down. And then it's crazy. It's not crazy. One more time. Then again. I'm waiting. No matter how your mind denies it, your body. Her sister's heart is waiting. Waiting for a call, waiting for a message. Waiting for confirmation that you're not a pastime. It's getting dark. The lonely woman's biggest fear. It's the sunset. When the light goes out, darkness enters the house. It brings silence. But silence is the enemy. It makes every other sound so clear. The sound of a gecko tongue. The sound of dripping water in the sink. The sound of the termite biting the wooden cabinet empty. And the sound of memory. She sat motionless in the living room. I dare not go to the bedroom. That room is the scene. It captures his smell. I can't turn on the lights, I'm afraid of the light. I'm afraid to see myself in the mirror. What sound is that, you startled? A sound coming from the ceiling. It's an old ceiling fan. It's still spinning. But it makes a strange noise. A dry frictional safe sound. It's like it's running out of oil. I normally would ignore it. But tonight that sound. It's like a saw. It's cutting into a nerve that's straining like your strings. It's driving you crazy. I hate to hate you. Get up. You've got to turn it off. You with your hand turn the switch. The fan stopped. But the space suddenly becomes stifling with no wind. The summer heat of June came in. The sweat started to stop. Put your clothes at home on your back. I turned on the safe again. You shut it off again. You turn you off, you turn you off. You're like a crazy person. Then I started crying, a broken fan. Just one broken fan is enough to make you fall apart. You're helpless. You can't fix it yourself. BA this year. How many broken things have you endured like this? I need someone to fix it. And in my head there's only one name, Kang the electrician. Here's an excuse, a perfect excuse. It's not sex. It's a broken fan. It's a legitimate need. Your mind clings to that excuse like a drowning man. Stockings are floated. I went in and got the phone. Shaky hands. 7 I didn't erase it. You press the call button. The waiting bell lasted every second like a century. My heart beats like it's breaking my chest, so I hang up. Hang up now. Hello, Kang, listen to me. His voice still boomed. But why is it so cold? It's the voice of an electrician. Answer the customer's phone. A little bit of emotion, a little bit of last night. Your throat is dry. Hello, I didn't say anything. I hung up. Kang's voice started to get a little impatient. My sister hurried to speak. Kang, you lost your voice. Here you are silent. A short silence. But enough for you to see your heart fall. He doesn't recognize your voice or he's pretending. And he lasted an hour. You guys, I thought there was something wrong with you. His voice is still so calm. The shame rose up his sister's throat. How dare he treat you like that? It's as if nothing happened last night. She suddenly hated him. I want to scream on the phone, asshole. What did you do to me? But I can't. You have to save your last face. Sister, you stick to your excuses. She tried to squeeze out a weak, trembling voice. Kang, can you come and help me? My sister's ceiling fan is so loud. It sounds so scary in the safe. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of it. I'm alone. I'm scared. You deliberately insist that you are alone and you are afraid. That's my only weapon right now. Owen on the other end of the line was silent. Owen held her breath. I can hear the cicada. In the garden on his phone. He's on the street. Foot fan, he muttered. It should be dry. Turn it off. Don't use it dangerously. I know, but you. Please come and help me not to get too hot. I can't sleep without a fan. I'm almost like this van. One more silence. You see yourself as a sinner. Waiting for judgment. Then he sighed a very clear sigh. Okay, I've got work at the end of the village. When I'm done, I'll stop by and watch. I asked in a hurry for half an hour. I waited for him to hang up. Owen dropped the phone. He said yes and he will pass. There's a small sense of victory. But soon there was an even greater fear. He'll be here in half an hour. I have no excuse for the first time. I'm no longer naive even by pretending. I took the initiative to call him. She looked around the dark living room. I looked at the messy kitchen. She looked towards the bedroom where the door was half closed. Sister, what the hell are you doing? You're inviting a wolf into the cave. I rushed to the bathroom. I looked at myself in my pale face. Hair, messy ears. I hurriedly threw water on my face. She combed her hair with a comb. I pulled out Ra's lip balm. You stop. You're getting ready to pick him up. Now there's nothing to deny. I want him. I want to repeat last night. But the sound of the ceiling fan safe is just an excuse. The real failure is you. 30 minutes. 30 minutes longer than 3 years waiting for her husband. She sat motionless on Lim's wooden furniture in the living room. I dare not turn on the light. I'm afraid he sees the confusion. The waiting and the traces of last night. I thought I was hiding it. You sit in the dark. Like a prey holding its breath waiting for the predator to return. The fan safe is off. But in her ears it's still fluttering. And then it's messy. The familiar sound of a motorcycle stopped right in front of the gate. Her heart leapt up her throat. I stand up, 2 hands tight. The sound of heavy footsteps was definitive. The sound of footsteps walking straight to the door. 01 Little hesitation. The knock on the door is not your call. Just as loud as yesterday. Just 3 dry knocks on the door. Cold and powerful. Take a deep breath. You stagger out. Standing in front of the wooden door. Your hands trembling on the latch. I try to ask, even though I know who it is. Your lost voice sounds like a cat. I open the door for you. His voice echoing through the door was still loud. But there's no rush. It's an order. Mrs. Owen trembled and pulled the door bolt open. He stood there, Lulu a pile in the darkness of the porch. He is tall. To block out the faint light from the entrance. He's not wearing a mossy blue shirt like last night. He's wearing a gray 3-hole shirt that's greasy and greasy. The shirt he wore the first time he came here. He wanted to remind his sister who he was. He's an electrician. Hi. He doesn't speak all the time. One question, one smile, he gets straight to the point. Like last night was just a dream. I saw blood on my face. It's a shame mixed with hatred for him. He dared to be so cruel. In the living room. She took a step back and let him in. When Kang walked into the house, he carried the smell of the night. The smell of sweat, the smell of grease, the smell of cigarette smoke. He smoked. The smell of a man filled the house. The smell of chrysanthemum has begun to die on the table. I turn the light on at night. How do you fix it? He spoke a little irritated. I was in a hurry to press the switch. The yellow light came out of the old bulb. Illuminate everything. Illuminating her pale face, her puffy eyes. It shows the mess of the house. I didn't bother to clean up today. To look at you once. A glance from head to toe. So fussed. But enough to make you feel naked. Then he looked up at the ceiling fan. This is it, she stammered in the safe. Do you have a ladder? He asked. Hand-pulled tools from the old leather bag RA. The sound of metal cracking sounds creepy. In the kitchen you are waiting for me. My sister rushed into the kitchen. She pulled out the aluminum RA ladder. It's a little heavy. I dragged it on the floor. Makes a rustling sound that binds the ears. Kang frowned. He came and grabbed the ladder from my hand. Leave it to me. He lifted the ladder with a steady hand. He put it just below the fan. He opened the ladder. He doesn't look at you. He completely ignores you. He started to climb. She stood there with her hands and feet. I stood at the foot of the ladder looking up. He is on high. He turned his back on you. Bulky bare backs. The sweat appeared in front of my eyes. The shirt BA holes. Khaki pants laid down. To reveal a piece of tanned flesh. The memories of last night rushed to this very back. You've scratched. Her breath became hasty. You unconsciously put your hand over your mouth. Afraid that your breath will denounce you. Flirting with the gourd. The screwdriver screwing the screws. The silence in the room was terrifying. It's special. Only the sound of dry metal. The breath of two people. But I can't stand this silence. It's worse than cursing. It's contempt. He sees you as air. He finished eating, he wiped his mouth, and he came back. Just to fix the fan. The hurt woman's self-interest flared up. I'm not scared anymore, I'm angry. Yesterday I tied my mouth and my voice trembled. Stop your hand. He didn't come back. He was on the ladder yesterday. He asked in a still unfeeling voice. When did you come back yesterday? I asked you to hold on. It doesn't matter when you come back. He replied. My hand began to turn my fan dry. Let me put the fat. He's avoiding. He's deliberately avoiding. My mother almost screamed at me. This time it stopped completely. He slowly turned his head and looked down at me. He's up high, you're down low. Tube light coming down from above. It made his face dark. I just saw the eyes light up. My cold eyes are looking at you. Your sister is shaking, what do you think I am? You took advantage of me. When I heard the two words take advantage of, Kang suddenly laughed. It's a dry laugh. Take advantage of him to smack your mouth. You say it well. Who fell in my lap last night? Who is the one who closes his eyes? Mrs. Owen was stunned. It was like a cold shower in your face. He's right, you can't deny it. I am. My sister stuttered. Tears began to come out. I am alone. I am weak, you. Don't blame being alone. He interrupted me, and his voice became cold. I'm alone too. I'm an electrician. You called me to fix the pump. I invited you to eat. What I did last night is I want you to. We are fair. My sister, the island. You call it fair. I look at you naked eyes. Or do you think with just one meal a night? I want you to kneel at my feet. To coax you. To love you. Kang's words are like knives. Stabbed directly into Timon. Bitter and cruel. I'm 45 and I'm 30. You know what you're doing, he continued. Did you really call me here tonight to fix the fan? His last question. It exposes all your lies, all your excuses. Owen has nothing to say. I stood there in tears, I lost. They lost miserably. You're not the one being taken advantage of. You are the one who takes the initiative. You're the aspirant and he's just the doer. I look at you crying. The coldness on his face softened a little. He sighed. He fell down the stairs. He stepped in front of her. I put my back against the wall all the way back. He didn't touch you. He just stood there. It fills the space in front of you. He held up his greasy, rough hand. Not to touch your cheek. He pointed at the fan in the ceiling. I'll fix the fan. I didn't take the money. Then he pointed at me. My sister's machine is broken too. It's worse than this fan. It's broken for lack of steam. He crouched his face down. Hot breath in your face. Bring the smell of cigarettes. You called me because you wanted me to fix that machine, right? He whispered in a mesmerizing hoarse voice. Last night wasn't enough. I close my eyes and I can't resist. He said black heart. She nodded a small nod unconsciously. A smile on Kang's lips. The smile of the winner. He didn't pounce like last night. He gave a finger. It's still greasy. She wiped the tears on her cheeks. The black oil streaks with tears. Filthy, filthy. But stimulating. Then he came close to her ear, she whispered. Stop pretending. Tell me how you want me to fix it. Owen's sister trembled. I can't stand it anymore. I clung to his steady arm, he laughed. He didn't hold her. He grabbed her by the wrist. I went in and ordered him to go to the bedroom. He pulled me away. Owen is like a puppet pulled strings. Follow him to the bedroom. Where the right plum bed GA plate has been washed clean. But the smell of sin is still everywhere. The ceiling fan hasn't been oiled yet. It's still there. But no one cares about it anymore. He pulled you. Owen's wrist streaked with dirt of grease from his hands. A smudge, but I didn't back my hand. You stagger, Theo. As a pious sheep. Follow your Lord. He doesn't have to push the door. He uses his legs. Banged the bedroom door against the wall and bounced back. In the dark room OM. Darker than last night. The moon has set. I can't find God. He pushed you. Owen is not a romantic deadlock. It's not a gentle laying down. He threw me on my back to my bed. New mattress replaced GA in the morning fragrant smell of sinking sun. My back hit the soft one. But I only feel pain. But he is not in a hurry. He stood there. A thick black shadow looming at the edge of the bed. She lies on her back breathing with her eyes wide open in the dark. I didn't see his face. I can only see his shadow. The shadow of a hunter who has cornered his prey. Are you scared? His voice cracked from that black shadow. I didn't answer June. Call me crying during the day, now I'm scared. He grinned. Slowly he took off his shirt with a hole in it. Owen heard the rustling cloth. He threw it on the platform floor. Then he climbed onto the bed and he fell on her. The weight of a man's body. Solid, hot and heavy. It's on your chest, choking you. Tonight he whispers his fiery hot breath down your neck. There's no gecko falling. I took the initiative to call you tonight. The golden dance truth. Owen closed her eyes. Shame, 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 shame. But strangely, it didn't put out the fire. It's like an oil that adds to his bravery. His brutality. It stimulates the darkest part. In the woman of your spring. You didn't push him out. Your hands, instead of resisting, slowly come around and grab onto his broad shoulders. He could feel him laughing, a howl in his throat. I knew right away that her machine craved workers. He said. He bent down. This kiss is no longer a hungry discovery. Last night it was a punishment. A usurpation. He kisses sister, devouring rough. His lips tasted of bitter tobacco. He bit her lower lip. Make me cry for an hour. Call, he whispered. There's only two of us here. Let's call Cho in. He's not just fixing it. He's breaking it. He broke the cover of decency. This is the magic that you try to create. His rough hands are still greasy. Into your linen coat. It doesn't caress. It squeezes, it kneads. Own smooth skin exposed to callousness. With the cold of metal. With the dirt of the flat grease he didn't take off. He tore. The thin linen let out a wailing AI. My sister startled me. Don't you try to utter a weak protest. Why not? He slid down his boisterous voice right next to your chest. I called you to fix it and you have to take it off. You've got to get rid of this old shell. He kissed the red and purple marks that he created last night. He uses his tongue. Use your teeth as if to make new marks. Own you are no longer you. You are a machine. A machine that's being maintained. She breathed deeply, moaning. The moans are no longer of pleasure. It's of surrender. Of the surrender of anguish mixed with pleasure. The bed began to ring. It's louder than the ceiling fan. The sound of theft. It's echoing steadily in the quiet house. She clasped 10 fingers to the bare back. Kang's muscular. I scratched him and bit him on the shoulder. You are pouring out. Take out all the loneliness that pent up. The anger of the last 3 years. You no longer know what sin is. You just know you need him. I need this electrician. I need him to fix me even if I'm broken tomorrow. You are like a powerful machine. Brutal and tireless. He fixed it the way a mechanic does. Definitely get straight to the point. 01 little preface. 01 little tender. He just wants the machine to work again. And it worked. It works hysterically. The storm is over. Fast and cruel. He roared for an hour and fell on his sister. Heavy. His sweat mingled with her salty tears. My sister lies motionless. Eyes wide open, looking up at the dark ceiling. I feel empty. An emptiness to dread. The fire that had just broken out was violently extinguished. Only left for the dead. He wasn't lying there. He wasn't hugging me. A minute later, he rolled back into bed. My sister is freezing under the sudden cold. When his warmth leaves. He didn't turn on the light. In the dark. I heard him wear his shirt again. Drenched in sweat. The sound of him tipping his feet in sandals. The sound of him grabbing his tool bag on the floor. Metal VA sound together. Hold his breath and he goes. He left like last night. But he didn't go out the door. He went out the living room. I wonder what he's doing. Then I heard. The rustling of the aluminum ladder opened. Owen was shocked. You sit up. Hasten to pull the thin blanket covering the crumbling body. You listen. His voice climbed up the ladder. The clanking of the screwdriver. The sound of a box opening. The throbbing sound of an oil tank. What is he doing? He's fixing the fan. He's actually fixing the ceiling fan. After he fixed me, he went back and fixed the fan. I found my throat bitter. Tears came out again. But this time not tears of relief. Or sin, these are tears of shame. You're the same as a broken fan. You can't even fix the fan. He uses your oil. Be careful. He only used his strength for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of silence. There's just a click outside the living room. Then she heard the sound of the ladder being folded. The sound of him packing his stuff. He didn't go back to the bedroom. He didn't say a word to you. He went straight to the front door. The door opened and the door closed. My sister startled me. I listened to the sound of the motorcycle. The sound of the car fades into the night. He left and the house fell silent. But there's no new sound. From the living room, a soothing buzzing sound. The ceiling fan is running smoothly. 01 safe. He fixed it. He's done his job. Both jobs are fair. You sit in the dark. In a messy bed. In the bedroom, smelling of sex and grease. She burst out laughing, a curiously distorted laughter. I laughed and tears flowed down my face. You really broke it. And the electrician, after he fixed it. I went looking for another machine. You're just one of them. This disgrace. It's more painful than 3 years of solitude combined. The ceiling fan is buzzing. That quiet, steady "are you" sound now. It's the most torturous sound. It's no longer a safe. The safe of a broken object. Call for help, it's laughter. The sound of a job done. Of parallel flat company. She sat dead in the dark. I don't know how long I've been sitting like that. An hour or 2. It's starting to dawn outside. The gray of yesterday's dawn repeated itself. But today, it's even more cruel. Yesterday I cried for my sins. I have no more tears to cry today. You just feel dirty. It's an unprecedented dirty feeling. Dirty from the dirty heart to the flesh. I dragged myself into the bathroom. This time I turned the lights on. I look at myself in the mirror, miserable. Swollen lips filled with blood. The blue linen shirt was torn to pieces. Squeezed indifferently on the shoulder. And on the white skin of the neck on the shoulders. It's not just red and purple kisses. It's black streaks of grease from his hands. The electrician's hand. He fixed it with his own hand. Just unscrewed the fan. My sister uses me. A bout of nausea that rolls up from the stomach. She rushed to the sink, nausea con. I haven't eaten since lunch yesterday. Only green honey, yellow honey. I thought the first night was a hangover. Love is an uncontrollable spring. Yeah, but this is not love tonight. This is an insult. He treated you like a machine. A broken public machine. I can also come and fix it. Then throw money or not and walk away. Sister, she poured her water using the old floss brush. She rubbed frantically on her flesh. She rubbed so much that her skin was burning and scratching. I want to brush away the smell of oil and the smell of cigarettes. The smell of him. But it's not clean. It's like it's soaked in your blood. Go back to the bedroom. A brand new white bed instead of dirty. It's streaks of grease mixed with other filthy things. A battlefield. If you rip off the GA, you'll burn it. I can't wash it. I'll burn it all. Burn every trace of that son of a bitch. You clean the house, you work like a machine. She wiped the floor, she wiped the place where the aluminum ladder stood. Sister scrubbed the kettle. I threw the wilted flour in the trash. I tried to make the house the same again. Like before he came. But there's one thing I can't do. The ceiling fan, it's still buzzing and buzzing, perfect are you? It's a witness. It's booty. It's the signature the electrician left behind. Sister, look at it carefully. I want to pick up the broom and let it fall. I want it to fall apart. But you're helpless. I realized I couldn't hate the fan. I needed it. It's still hot and I still need an electrician. The thought of that makes you disgust yourself. Sunny afternoon. I had to go out and get the fridge out of food. My son just called the other day. Told me to crave sour soup. I promised I'll send him dry this weekend. You can't hide in the house forever, you have to live. You have to pretend like nothing. I chose an antique shirt with a high wall. I want to hide the marks on my neck. You wear a cloth mask. He dropped his hat to cover most of his face. She carried the gate lock basket. You go like a thief. The June sun is burning. The village is empty, everyone is hiding from the sun in the house. She walked quickly to the market. But the road to the market. You have to go through the village. Where Mr. Four has an old warehouse for rent. And you see? The dusty old warehouse has now been cleaned up. A brand new sign just hung up. The paint is not dry. Min Kang Water Power Prestige dedicated. The guy who opened the store. And he's standing there in front of the store. He's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing a blue work uniform shirt. There is a store name logo. He looks serious. He's 01 himself. She's got 8 neighbors standing there, pointing at something. Give me the faucet outside the yard instead. It's been leaking all night. Hindi grandma 8 years old. 8 voices loud but polite. Don't worry, this afternoon I'll let the workers do it. Your house is good. 1-year warranty is broken, I replaced it. Prestige. BA8, that's good. That's business. This village is a very bad business. Finished the money the next day. Smiling, she believes that my workmanship is always smooth. Mrs. Owen heard the quiet sound. I see my chest choking. I hurriedly bent my face and walked over. I tried to get close to the wall across the street. I pray to God that he doesn't see me. Oh, Owen. Her heart fell down and she was stiff. Owen went to the market. Come here, I told her to wave 8. My sister can't help but stop. Slowly she turned the hat still down. I say hello to my grandmother. Where are you going to get so sick in the sun? I am afraid of the sun. 8 did not notice. She happily pulled On's hand pointing to Kang. This is the guy who opened the store. This is my sister at the end of the street. I called you the other day to fix the pump. Remember not. I hold my breath and dare not lift it up. I could feel his eyes shining on me. He's looking at you. When you hear him, I miss you. His voice is calm. Too calm. It's like he's talking about a customer. He fixed the pump last week. Owen, he called. You are forced to stand up. I looked at him through the hat. He's looking at his sister. He's laughing. A smile that's not the original grin. Not a naked smile last night. It's a social smile. Polite. A smile of the shop owner to the customer. Did the ceiling fan run smoothly yesterday? That question. He asked that question in front of her. The blood in my sister was frozen. He is insulting you. He is publicly insulting you. Mrs. 8, I don't understand, your fan is broken again. This guy is cool. It's fixed right away. It was late at night, and my throat was dry. That's good, Kang nodded with a serious face. I checked thoroughly yesterday. You can use the full oil. If you have any questions, call me. He said and pulled out a business card from his pocket. This is my new card. There is a store phone number. If anything goes wrong next time, call this number. I let the workers through. He held the card in front of me. She stood like her husband. He handed him his business card and told him to let the workers through. What does he mean? He's not your mechanic anymore. My sister looked at him. His eyes are a bit wide open, a bit of desire. 01 little lingering. He fixed it, he washed his hands. He transferred you from a special client. About normal customers. Here, this is the ultimate brutality. He doesn't see you as a lover. He doesn't see you as fun. He sees you as a machine that's been repaired. And now he's going to maintain another machine. Take it, Grandma. 8 nudges. She trembled and reached out her hand. Her fingers touched the cold hard business card. Thank you. Nothing, I greet you. I'm going to work next. I greeted her and turned to her 8. Come back 8. The afternoon I passed. He turned his back. He went straight to the store last time. Mrs. 8 greeted me and left. She is standing alone in the middle of the road. The sun is burning. I looked at the card in my hand. Min Kang Water Power Sister Dedicated Prestige. Dedicated Reputation. Own laughed again, it was a loud laugh. I laughed and tears filled my mask. You lost. I broke the card in my hand. I threw it in the gutter by the side of the road. You don't go to the market anymore. I ran back to my house, the prison. You slammed the door, you rushed into the house. And you face it. Ceiling fan. The sound of it runs with integrity. I screamed a silent scream. Phone. The phone you left on the table is ringing. I am surprised that it is him. He called back to insult me. You stagger up and you look at the screen. Not Kang the electrician. The screen is flashing husband loves. My husband from Japan. The phone rings every time. Sex wild stud tie. It mixes with the sound of the ceiling fan buzzing. 2 sounds. One of the past of duty, one of the present. Of sin. They fly for you. Own stood dead, her hands clinging to the table. To hear or not to hear. The phone rings from my husband. Persistent, cruel. It's not a question. It's an accusation. The ceiling fan buzzing. It's still spinning. It's laughter. 2 sounds from the past. A word now intertwined clasped her throat. Own. No, you have to choose. You can't let it so forever. If you don't listen, I'll call my son. I'll call you 8 and everything will fall apart. It wasn't about last night. That broke the stable shell that I was trying to build. You shiver and you take a deep breath. Trying to swallow the bitter taste. And the smell of grease in the throat. You press the button. Hello, I'm here. Your voice is hoarse. Getting lost doesn't sound like mine. Why is your voice so sick? Her husband's voice boomed from the other end of the line. A man's voice. But why is it so fragile and lifeless? It's not a loud voice pouring heat into your hand. It's just audio over an international transmission line. I don't know. She tried to clear her voice. Turn your face as if you were standing in front of me. I just woke up a little tired. Dear, are you tired? Women at home eat with sleep and are tired. Your voice is a little grumpy. I work here at night. Stand here for 12 hours. They are slow to send less money this month. What to spend? Money is money first. This year, all calls have been about money. I asked you what you bought and what you reported. Their only connection. I suddenly laughed at what you were laughing about. I know, she answered indifferently. It's been hot lately. Is the air conditioner in the bedroom still working? If it is broken, call a worker, otherwise it can sleep at night. My husband asked the air conditioner. I looked up and didn't he look at the air conditioner? I looked at the ceiling fan. It's still spinning around. I argue your electrician fixed it. No, 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 no. Own said, her voice suddenly strangely calm. The air conditioning is good. And the ceiling fan was a little dry, so I called a mechanic. Which one is expensive? The villagers we do business with are lying. You scowl again. She stared at the spinning of the fan. No, sir, she said quietly to the worker, very good workmanship. They are also honest and dedicated. So yeah, that's good, you nod. I can't understand the meaning of my wife's words. I'm hanging up, it costs money to stay healthy. Don't be. You hung up? You always hung up first. Own put down the phone. The house sank into silence. No silence, the buzzing of the ceiling fan. My husband in Japan is worried about the air conditioner. The electrician's son at the top of the village maintained you and the fan. Own sat on the edge of the bed, naked GA sheet. I don't cry anymore. I don't laugh anymore either. You are empty. I realized I didn't belong to anyone. You don't belong to a distant husband. You're nothing to the electrician. You are just you. A woman, you 45. Imprisoned in this house with loneliness. Along with the instinctive desires. And with the ceiling fan. It's going to be there day in and month out. It's going to be spinning. It'll remind you of 2 wild nights. It'll remind you of the smell of oil. The smell of sweat and humiliation. The water pump has been fixed, the ceiling fan has been fixed. It's only you. You're broken. Permanently damaged. And an electrician who can fix it. She looked up at the ceiling fan turning smoothly. Are you? It brings a cool breeze. A bone-chilling wind.